get this party started. All right. So, hey, you guys, this is our August team call. So, Fit Fighter Nation August team call. And we have a really special guest speaker tonight, Kelsey Shackley. She's one of my BFFs in the business. And I cannot wait for you to hear her story and feel her energy and her message that we have tonight. And I'm not going to go through a lot of announcements and a lot of the stuff that we normally do on a team call because I've been going live in the team page, sharing my energy that way. And also we've been recognizing the crap out of you guys that are just like doing awesome things. But real quick, before I turn it over to Kelsey tonight, I just want to make sure that you guys know that I feel like that my live video for Monday is super important because I'm setting the tone for August. I'm giving you the challenge for August, which is level up. Okay. That's the theme for August, is to level up. And what I mean by that is I want to challenge you, and this goes so well with tonight's content, okay? I want to challenge you guys to level up in your business from July to August, okay? In terms of how many people's lives you changed. I don't care what the SC numbers were, but lives changed, okay? Because I know some people are just like saying yes to Beachbody On Demand or a sample pack or something. That's important to me, okay? That should be important to you too. That's a life change. That's someone who's coming into your ecosystem. You're going to be able to change their lives with a challenge pack or Shakeology in the future, okay? Up your game in August, okay? This is the time, like, I don't know, but I know that, I don't know about you, but I feel this with me, that so many people right now are ready for change because they're starting to get back into a routine. It's like summer, it's like free for all, everything goes, and everybody's ready, and they're seeing us show up for ourselves on social media, and they're ready to make a change. And literally, they're waiting for you to show up in their inbox. They're not waiting for you to scroll across their newsfeed on social media. They're like ready for you to go into their inbox. And so you guys, like, leveling up means taking action and showing up people's inboxes, okay? Level up in terms of the number of lives that you change. I would love for it to be more SC numbers, okay? Because that's going to be awesome for you, okay? I would love for it to be in terms of rank. And I'm challenging my PS team to really step it up in terms of rank. And I know that a lot of your coaches are as well. And you guys, tonight, you're going to have so much confidence in doing that because Kelsey's going to talk to you about positioning yourself as a leader. And I love it because it really, if you haven't listened to Rob Pearson's National Wake Up Call, man, he talks about leadership. Kelsey's going to talk about leadership. Everybody here, you are a leader. And you get to position yourself as a leader to grow your business and build your business. And that's what's really cool. So tonight we are asking you to elevate. We're asking you to open your minds of what is possible. But I said it to my PS coaches last night and those that are working with me in my mentorship. Like, I look at all of you and I see so much potential. And I want you to leave tonight, our August team call tonight, with so much hope and potential of what is possible. And you get to write that story and you get to decide what kind of action you take after tonight. So tonight, I want you to think about that. How am I going to level up in the month of August? Knowing I've got 3 more promo codes, knowing that I'm rocking my fitness and nutrition journey with Morning Meltdown 100, knowing that only amazing things are coming the rest of the year in Beachbody and in my life because I'm choosing to level up, okay? And I want you to take that inspiration and motivation, take what Kelsey gives you, and leave tonight's call with an action plan in place of what you can do. Because what you do may be different than what somebody else does, but it's all possible. Hitting your goals, leveling up, changing more lives, making more income, rank advancing, all of those things are absolutely possible. Absolutely 100% possible. And that's what I want you to think about tonight. How can I make sure that that happens tonight? Okay, how can I make sure that I am setting myself up for success in August to make sure that those things happen? I have this vision that every single Thursday, when we open up our team page, that we have a parade of rank advancements. Oh, we got somebody sharing their screen. I don't know what's going on up in here. Okay, Cindy, you're sharing your screen. Okay, we need whatever is going on here, okay? But we've got a parade of rank advancements that is happening, and that we have incredible things happening in our team page. Because when rank advancements are happening, that means that we have more coaches joining our team, more coaches joining your team, more people being part of this ecosystem that's changing lives, okay? And when you're rank advancing, that means you're making more income for you, for your family. You're able to make cooler decisions, have more freedoms in your life. Okay. Like only amazing things can happen when you position yourself as a leader, when you're stepping into this role as coach and you're inviting other people to be part of this with you. Okay. So I'm just setting this up like for Kelsey to just take this over. Okay, girl, I don't know if you're ready or not, but you guys, Kelsey is the bomb. Okay. Like she's full of energy, positivity, light, hope, and love all day long. Okay. I met Kelsey when she was pregnant with her twins. Okay. She has 3 babies, 3 baby girls. Okay. She's married to Dean. They're awesome people. They live in Kansas City. Incredible people. She's a 10-star diamond, 3-time elite coach. I think after last month, her team was like ranked number 50th in the company. She knows what's going on. This girl's got it going on. She's been able to bring her husband home from his job and they're working the business together, you know, and that's something that's awesome. Like, so she's constantly building leaders and that is her focus right now. She's constantly growing new coaches to come into this business and succeed. She's changing a lot of lives, including her own, including her family's. She's influencing and impacting her community. And she has an awesome mission right now. And I think her message tonight is going to speak to so many of us in so many ways. So Kelsey, sister, I'm so grateful for you to be here tonight. I love you to pieces. Like, let's do this. Okay. So what do you got for us tonight?
Oh my gosh, Erin, I am blown away. Like literally you're doing your whole intro about leveling up. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's level up. And it really does fit so perfectly with tonight's topic of leveling up. I'm going to give you a little backstory on myself in case you don't know me. I am a wife to Dean and I have 3 little girls. When I started this business though, I didn't really know if I wanted it to be like my full-time thing. I just literally wanted accountability with my own health and fitness goals. And through the process was falling completely in love with what we do as coaches. And honestly, just falling in love with the mission of the company. And I was just like, dude, I can see myself doing this. I signed up in February. And I attended my first summit that June. So like 4 months later, I was an Emerald coach. I attended that summit and I did not know a single person. Like literally it gives me chills to think about. We had like 50 to 60 people on our team at Summit this year. And that first summit, it was just me. And I went and I roomed with a stranger. I just had like a connection through my upline asking, do you know of anybody that needs a room? Sure enough, there was a girl that needed a room. And that's completely outside my comfort zone. So I roomed with her and I just remember that summit. It was in Las Vegas. And I remember all these people going up on stage and going to the trainings and listening to what they had to say. And everybody was so different. There were some people that were extremely outgoing. There were some people that were more quiet and reserved. There were some people that were extremely successful in like a corporate career, while others were stay-at-home moms or maybe didn't even have their high school education. And I just remember thinking like, how are all these people so different and yet all super successful? And I asked the girl that I roomed with, her name was Laura. And one night we were just like laying in bed, like we were so excited to be there. And I just asked her, like, what do you think it is? Like, what is like the secret? And she just told me, Kelsey, I really just think it's time and consistency. And then for the first time, I remember just thinking in my head, I can do that. I can do that. I can stick it out. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to continue working on myself. I'm going to continue leveling up and pushing myself outside my comfort zone. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay consistent and I'm going to be here in 1 year from now, in 2 years from now. And now it's been 6 years later. And so I made that decision 4 months in the business that I didn't know what the whole, staircase is going to look like on my way to success, but I was not going anywhere. And there has been different levels in my business where I felt stuck, where I got to diamond and I felt like I was there for a good year. And I would get to 2-star and I was pushing for elite. And then that first year I didn't hit elite. And I just remember thinking like, okay, like I've got to figure out how I personally need to level up and to grow to get to that next level in my business, because I'm not a person that ever gets complacent. Like I'm going to continue growing, because I know when I grow and I hit new levels in this business, it affects every area of our life. I become a better mom. I become a better wife. I become a better friend. I get more organized. I get more in routine and structure. Like it just bleeds into everything, and I can learn from my past. So tonight I'm going to really kind of break some things down with how you can position yourself as a leader, because coming into the business when I was 4 months in and I attended that coach summit, I was not confident as a person. I had a lot of room to grow, and I just know that was a huge piece of what I had to work on to be able to position myself as a leader and to get to that next level. And so tonight we're going to talk about 4 specific areas that how you can level up in your business to really position yourself as a leader. So the first thing is social media. The second thing is going to be one-on-one messaging. The third area is going to be presenting the business through sneak peeks or meet and greets or just one-on-one messaging that way. And the fourth area is with your own team. And so you're probably thinking, well, Kelsey, I haven't, done a sneak peek, or I haven't done, I don't have a big team yet. You are a leader. And every single one of you, even if you signed up today, can take something away from this call. So take notes. Smart people take notes. And then I don't want you to look at this training and think, oh my gosh, I need to change everything. Just look at 1 or 2 things. Like, what are 1 or 2 things that you can just tweak in your business to level up in that area so that you can grow? Because again, I got stuck at Diamond, and then I got stuck at 2-star, and then I was pushing for 5-star and Elite. So everything that you need is going to be a little bit different for each of us from this call. So the first area that we're going to talk about is social media. And with every single point, I want the person that is, what am I trying to say here? Okay, so there's always 2 questions that the outside person is asking, whether it's social media, whether it's through messaging, whether it's through a sneak peek, or if it's through your team. They're asking 2 questions, and these 2 questions are vital. The first question that they're asking is, can I do this? And the second question they're asking is, does she have the tools and the resources to help me? That's it. So if all day long you can think those questions, like get into that other person's shoes and think those are the questions they're asking themselves, all you're doing is answering those every single day. So 1 is social media. So let's talk a little bit about social media and break those 2 questions down. So I'm so excited. Social media is like my favorite thing ever. I just love, especially like Instagram stories. When I became a twin mom, my life was completely hectic, and I was the person, I'm eye rolling myself, that would look at other people's social media and think, oh, I'm not a good writer. I need to sound like this person. No, wait, I need to sound like this person. Oh, no, wait, I need to sound like this person. Well, when I became a twin mom, I didn't have time to do that anymore. So it made me be me unapologetically on social media, and that's when my business truly blew up for me. And so if you take anything away from this call, take that piece away, okay? So 1, on social media, if you're the question, can I do this? So I think over and over on social media questions that person would have about what it is that I do. Can I do this? So for me, I started with when Instagram was a filter app. Does anybody else remember when Instagram was just a filter app? So I had like no followers when I started. And so I always share that. Like, I started with that, and this is where I am. So don't think like you have to have this huge social media following to be successful. Like, we'll teach you the ropes, because I was not big on social media. I was not even known for fitness before this. I was never a group fitness instructor, personal trainer. I'm a registered nurse. And so if, that's answering that question. Well, if she can do that, I can do that. How, that's what you want to answer for people. So another one for me is, I'm from a small town. I'm from a little tiny town called Haven, Kansas. And I grew up with, there was less than 100 people in my graduating class. I want to say it was like 90 something. And so I love to share that because a lot of times people, and I forget a lot of times because I'll get a random message from somebody saying, oh, I'm so glad you're from Kansas, like, and you're successful. It makes me feel like I can be too. And I'm like, well, yeah, we're on social media. Like, we're talking to people from all over. And so I always have to like put that out there because I forget that some people think that if they're in the country or from a really super small town or not from, I don't know, wherever they think that they can't do this. So again, you're answering that question. Can I do this? The other thing I love to share, because so many people think that this is a sales business, and it's not. It is a helping people business. And so I share my personal story for when I went to Hutchinson Community College there. It's a small little town outside of Haven. And I was looking for a job. So I got a job at the Buckle. Does anybody know? I'm sure there's Buckles all over. So they're like 100% commission. Love the Buckle, but they are 100% commission, or at least they were when I worked there. I got a job there because I thought, oh, that'd be cool to wear some cute clothes. I get a job there. I'm out on the floor for 2 weeks. I did not sell a thing because I'm just not that person to be like, oh, this shirt would look really cute with those pants and this belt and this earrings. And I didn't do that. And so my manager at the time was very nice, but she came up to me and she said, Kelsey, we love having you a part of our team. We feel that you would, I laugh now because it's really funny. We feel like you would be better actually in the back of the store, and you're going to unload all the securities or all the shipment and going to put security sensors on all the clothes. And we really think that you're going to excel there. They made it seem like a real positive thing, but I just suck at sales. And so I share that because a lot of times people think, well, if I'm not good at sales, could I be good at this? So again, you're answering that question, can I do this? Your things are going to look a little bit different. What are the limiting beliefs that you had about coaching before you signed up? So jot a few of them down. It doesn't have to be like a book, but jot a few of those down so that you can address those things in your Instagram stories or in your posts, because that, again, is one question that people are asking is, can I do this? The second question that people are asking is, does she have the tools and resources to help me be successful? So that's why it's super important when you jump on team calls like this, you share that in your stories and go a little bit deeper than just like team call tonight with my team. Like, share something that would get somebody to think, oh, I wonder what that was about. Like, I wish I could have been on that call. Give a snippet of what you learned, share a little bit of what went on, like what the call was about. Leadership, like you're learning about leadership, because if you're wanting to attract another leader, those people are hungry to learn about leadership. And so that's what I'm always thinking, okay, how can I share what I'm doing for my business so that people considering coaching or considering your boot camp are then thinking, she has what I need. So it doesn't even have to be with coaching opportunity. Think about the boot camp. Do you have like a meal plan that you give your customers and clients? How do you set up your group? Do you do Zoom workouts? Think about those sorts of things that you can share in your social media, and then the why behind it. Not just the what, the why behind it. Because when a person is ready, and you know as much as I do that it's a timing thing for people, they'll think of you because they'll think, well, I can do this because she showed me I could do this. And then she also has the tools and the resources for me to be successful in boot camps and the coaching opportunity. The sky is the limit. Now, here's the thing with both boot camps and both coaching. A lot, especially with coaching, I feel like people have a hard time sharing the coaching opportunity, but I want you to really think about this. They say that nowadays, because of social media, a person needs to hear something on the average of about 17 times before it clicks for them that this could be for them. 17 times. So if you're only talking about the coaching opportunity one time a month, let's just say, hypothetical speaking here, somebody starts following you in December. and you talk about the coaching opportunity one time a month, that is 12 times in a year. That means by this next December, they've only heard it 12 times if they've seen every single one of your posts or stories. So it's like a long time before somebody's going to be ready to join your team. That's why it's important to say something about the coaching opportunity almost daily so that they hear 17 times in a month, so that maybe next month or the month after they're ready. So it's that compounding time, but I do think it's important to share it often because it does take people a lot of time before, for whatever reason, it just clicks and they're like, maybe I should do that with Erin. Maybe I should do that with Andrea. Maybe I should try that with Lindsay. Destiny, for whatever reason, what you just said today clicked for me. I need this in my life. Renee, whatever you said in your story the other day just made me think of my story, and I'm ready to make a change. Amy, you said something in your post the other day that just had me in tears because I could relate to what you had said, and I'm ready. But they're not going to say that if you're only talking about it one time a month. So that is social media and in a wrap there with those answering those two questions. All right, we ready to move on to point number 2? Okay, let's do it. Point number 2, one-on-one messaging. So a lot of times on my team, I always hear people say, okay, I'm posting to social media, nobody wants to join my boot camp. And then I ask, well, how many conversations are you having behind the scene about it? I'm not. Problem. And here's why. You got to think of social media and your one-on-one messaging as a marriage. They don't work without each other. So you can't just have the one-on-one messaging without the social media posts to back what you're saying in one-on-one messaging. But you can't have the social media posts without the one-on-one conversations with people, because that's where they'll feel that you really care about them. So if only one is playing, it's like a broken marriage. It's not going to work. They have to go hand in hand. So when you're posting to social media, you back that with your one-on-one messaging, and now we have a great marriage. Now things are going to work and going to groove. So tip number 1 with this is you have to ask. You have to ask, have you ever considered joining a boot camp to help with losing that last 5 pounds that you told me you struggled with? Have you ever considered joining our team? Because I know you are in a job that's running you ragged and you're stressed out. And I really believe that this would be a great opportunity for you. So you have to ask in that one-on-one messaging. So again, you're answering those 2 questions on social media, but you're also answering those 2 questions in the one-on-one messaging with, can I do this? So you address their hesitations, you address them, and then you show them through your social media posts, but you also talk to them about the tools and the resources, your mentorship, how you have it set up, how you're going to support them, how we're going to have fun doing it, so that they feel reassured that, okay, we're in this together. She's not going to just throw me in with the wolves and say good luck. She's actually going to help me get through this. So that is one-on-one messaging, but here's the thing. I do believe, and everyone's going to say something different, but I do believe in an application form to have them fill out. So when somebody says that they're interested, I get this a lot. I don't know if you do. Not when I say a lot, not like a million times a day, but a couple times here and there, I'll get somebody that says that they're finally interested in whatever it is. Like, I need to lose the weight. I don't just assume they're in it for a boot camp, ever. So I will come back to them and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Mary, that you're finally interested. This is going to be awesome. Now tell me, are you interested in joining my next boot camp? Are you interested in becoming an influencer, or a combination of both? So I plant that seed right away. And here's the thing with planting seeds. Think of an invite as just a seed planted versus them expecting it to say yes right away. So here's what I mean. Do you remember when you were like 16 years old and you like thought you were in love and you just weren't sure if the guy was, but like, you know, you every time the phone rang, because we didn't text back then, you thought maybe it could be him, like asking you on a date. Like, you were just like, oh my gosh, please let it be him. I need you to be the dude in the relationship with coaching. And here's why. Guys, when they're 16 years old, are not emotionally attached like we were. They take the motion completely out of it. And that's what we have to do with coaching, is just remove ourselves emotionally from the outcome. So we add value on social media. We're giving, we're doing, we're posting, we're asking, but with zero expectation. We're the dude in the relationship, is the way I like to say it. So you're planting seeds all day long, inviting people to boot camp, inviting people to become a coach, expecting nothing in return. Meanwhile, you're watering it every single day through your social media posts, through follow-ups, through building that relationship with them one-on-one. And we're watering it. Some days it rains, some days it doesn't, right? We're watering it all the time. But just like with a real garden, tomato plants and, you know, everything else is going to grow at different times. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it does. So we just have to keep planting, expecting nothing in return, being the dude in the relationship, and just knowing that over time those seeds are going to grow and gonna rise up. Okay. So that is really one-on-one messaging. We do have them fill out an application because I want to know how serious they are. Like a lot of times based off their answers, you know, like if they're really serious, if they're super short, you're like, either you didn't have a lot of time or maybe you're not super serious about this. So I do have them fill it out. I like to look it over. And then what I do from that point, if it's the coaching opportunity, is I will then invite them to, we call a meet and greet. So it's basically a sneak peek, but it's on Zoom like this. And we position ourselves as leaders on that call. So the application part is, again, positioning yourself as a leader. It doesn't matter if they come to me on a one-on-one message, if they drop, you know, an emoji on my post, or if I've invited them. I'm going to say, awesome, here's a link to I do it on a Google form. Here's a link to my application, fill it out, and I'll stay in contact with you that way. So I'll send them an email. And it's going to give them a link to the Zoom call, the days, the times. I send a short little video basically about our team, our mission, what, you know, a little bit about my story, basically leaving them to want more and to have questions. So then we jump on that call, and I'm going to give you a quick little outline of what we do, because even if you're brand new, you can host these. Team up with like 2, 3, 4 people, and you can host these together. And you know what? It still happens to me where people, I send this out and I think, oh my gosh, there's like 5 people that are going to join. And then I get on and there's nobody. But you know what? I still do the call. I still record it. And then I have the recording to give to them. So that if anything, then you have that tool now in your back pocket. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get, the more confident you're going to feel. So just do it. We got you. Okay, so here's our outline. So I welcome them to the team call, and then I basically just let them know, like, hey, I picked you to jump on this call, and we're really excited because your application really stood out to me as somebody that I felt like would be awesome, a part of our team. If somebody else on our team invited you on, then that means they think that you would be an amazing fit for our team. So I first start off by saying that. Then I share a piece of my story. And I usually don't spend much more than like 5 minutes doing that. Then I share our team's mission. So I have like a mission statement, which our team name is Conquer Nation. So we are Conquer Nation together, conquering our fears. So this call is a fear, speaking with people. So we're all conquering our fears together, not for us, but to help others become physically, spiritually, and financially fit. So it's not about us. It's about helping other people. And we're conquering what the next thing to level up. We're conquering that next thing to always remind ourselves that it's not about us, but it's about helping other people become physically, spiritually, and financially fit. So I share that vision, and then I share what our team's goals are, how that they would fit into that, basically us helping them become successful in their business, as successful as they want to be. And I remind them that they take it at their pace. If you want to walk, I'll walk right beside you. If you want to run, I'll run right beside you. And if you're going to sprint, I'll sprint right beside you. If you get in and do nothing, guess what? I'm going to do nothing right beside you. So I just share that with them right from the get-go so that they have that expectation. And then I share about basically what it would look like when they come on. This is what will happen. I'll send you a welcome email. We'll get you plugged into our self-paced mentorship. You'll have my phone number to text me if you have any questions. Again, answering those 2 questions. Can I do this? And then does she have the tools and the resources to help me be successful? So can I do this is going to be part of my story. The tools and resources part is what I'm sharing now with them. And then I close it by answering their questions. I always say, this point of this call is for you. I really want to make sure you feel that you got all of your questions answered so that you leave this call feeling more confident about it. Answer their questions. And then we always ask at the end of the call. If, we say, we would love to have you part of our team. You are a perfect fit. We feel your energy. We feel your vibe. We feel that we just would make a perfect business partner with you. And then we say, we only are accepting 5 spots, and we share why. We have a family that comes first and foremost, and we just can't run ourselves too thin. So we can only take on 5 people right now, and it will be first come, first serve. So I ask at the end. So that is our meet and greet, and kind of and it depends. Some of them will go 30 minutes. Some of them will go an hour. It depends on how many people and how many questions and the energy of the call too. Okay, so that is our meet and greet. So that's the 3rd point. The last point is the leveling up for your team. So this is what helped our team go from 2-star to 5-star and elite, was leveling up for myself. I thought I was doing everything. I felt stuck. I was frustrated. But gosh, I made that commitment when I was 4 months in that I wasn't going anywhere and I was going to continue challenging myself. So guess what? I realized that I needed to level up in my own business. That I needed to push outside my comfort zone, invite more people. Okay, so at that point in my business, I was hitting probably, I don't even know, between Success Club 10 and 20. But I was like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for Success Club 26 this month. And I pushed myself outside my comfort zone, because what happened is that my leaders seen me pushing myself outside my comfort zone, seen me leveling up. So guess what they did? They leveled up. And it doesn't have to be that. Maybe you're brand new and you're like, I've never even hit Success Club. Guess what? You're leveling up when you hit Success Club this month. If you're like a Success Club 6 goer, level up, do 10, baby. And guess what? You're going to start to attract people who are hard workers, who have a big mission, who want to link arms with you and rock this business alongside you. But it starts with you. It starts with leveling up. It starts with dreaming big and then taking action on that. I love the quote that your hustle has to match, or now I can't think of the quote. Your hustle has to match your dream. It's something like that. But I love it because it's so true. Like if you have a dream of making $500 in a month, then go for it. But you have to match that. You have to work for it. Then once you get that goal, then you're like, okay, we're going to start with $500 a week. Let's do this. $2,000 a month. But you have to level up to get there. You have to push yourself outside your comfort zone. This last couple months, a big thing that we've been doing is pushing our coaches to run their own meet and greets. They were joining mine, which is awesome. But I'm like, team up. You guys got this. And then we were having them do their own Emerald and 24-hour calls. You got this. Go, girl. And guess what? These girls are almost diamond now because of it. And because they grew that confidence and really understanding going Emerald and why it's important and things like that. So you're going to have to look deep inside within you and go, I think where you pinpoint this is what makes you nervous. Like what makes you go, 5 a.m., that's always me. It's I'm not a morning person, but I know that's what I need to do because that is when I'm going to be more creative. So what is it that just makes you like hurl over and go, do that thing? Because that's what it's going to take to get to the next level, to level up in your business. And I think the biggest thing here with all of these points, social media, one-on-one messaging, meet and greets, and leveling up within your team, is truly owning the fact that this is a gift, that what we are offering is a gift. Inviting, planting seeds, expecting nothing in return, talking about on social media, talking about your fitness results, how you're feeling more confident. It's a gift. It's not on you if they accept or they decline. Like, don't put that pressure on yourself. The pressure you should be putting on yourself is offering the gift to other people. Then it's on them. You did your job as a coach to ask. So I think when things get challenging, or when you're ready to level up and always any of those areas or all of those areas, reminding yourself that what we have to offer is truly a gift that we're giving other people, and that it's so selfish to keep that to ourselves. It really is, because it's changed so many people's lives. Even if you just signed up today, like, look at this community. There's 33 people on. That's awesome. You just got welcomed into a brand new family. And it truly is a gift, because I've never experienced anything like it. I'm going to tell you a story I wasn't expecting to tell you. And I really do love our neighborhood, but we went to they have a ladies' night, wine night on Wednesday nights in our neighborhood over the summer. And I hadn't attended any, but one night I was like, I'll go and meet some of the neighbors, which is so outside my comfort zone to meet new people in person. Oh my gosh. I was like, you can do this, Kelsey. So I went, and it was so crazy, the negativity and the gossip. And can you believe she painted her house that color? And I can't believe they put that kind of fence up. And I was like, wow, I'm so grateful to be a part of the Beachbody community, whether it's on my team. I've met Aaron. I mean, it's truly a team Beachbody, the way that we give and we serve and we help each other's teams, that I feel so grateful. Just the community alone is truly a gift, because we aren't gossipers. We are servers. We help. And I think that is the best thing that we have here in this Beachbody world. So, all right, that's all I got. And I would love to answer questions if anybody has any.
Like, for real? Girl, that was amazing. Here, I have to say this though, so what Kelsey shared with us tonight, I would say overall, I've been witnessing her follow this system for 2 years? Okay.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying by that? Like, this is not like something that she implemented and the next day, like, paid off, right? This is a system that she has been what I love what you shared, because it's just like, I know that this is what you've been doing and this is what's been working for you. But literally, I've been watching her do this for 2 years. And it's just like tweaking, but still showing up and doing it anyway. And the meet and greets, like, she's been talking about her meet and greets for 2 years, right? And so you guys, this is what the thing of it is that you've got to figure out what works for you and just keep doing it. Like, that's the cool part about this, is that she didn't just come up with this yesterday or today for this call. This is legit what she has been doing and teaching her team for 2 years. And so it's not success overnight. It's not a quick fix. That's why we're all still here. That's why we bleed Beachbody Blue. But the same thing goes with building this business. And she said that, like, at Summit, like, well, I'm going to be here, so I'm going to keep doing this. And so this is what is working, and this is brilliant, and it's not hard, and it's good. It's good stuff, girl. So, like, I'm so thankful. I'm so freaking thankful. Okay. So I don't know if you want to add anything, but I'm going to look at the chat box and see if anybody has any questions. Okay. Okay. Lindsay asking Okay, Mary, you probably get this question a lot, and I'm personally not big on stressing over having a large IG following right now, but what are the best ways that you've built your following? What do you think, Kelsey?
That is a great question. Was it Mary?
Yeah, Mary. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you were were you at Summit?
She was there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I loved I'm an analogy girl. Like if I can have an example, I just remember. And I loved, it was Ashley Molstad and Emily Faber's response to just like serving the people that are following you now. Because if you're serving them well, they're going to tell their friends. And so I think that's so true. And then I do probably what everyone else does. I use hashtags. I do use locations in my stories. I'm just super consistent. I have tried third-party apps, and I can't say for sure if it worked really well or not. I don't anymore, and I haven't for a while. Right now, I'm just serving the people that I have. I will say where I go to like look for new people is my mission right now. Like everything changes, your why changes, all the things through coaching. But right now I have like this desire to find more local team members. So I'm looking up, I've been going to the cycle bar here locally. So I'm like, I want to meet some people there. And I'll look up Cycle Bar, my local one here in Kansas City, and I'll look to see who they're following, and I'll try to like follow those people and then start conversations with those people. I'll find a boutique here locally that I love that has like a smaller following, and I'll do the same thing. I'll look at their following and then start conversations with those people. So for me, that's what I've been doing as far as growing my account now, just because I do think it's fun to get together with locals every once in a while. So
I think that's great advice, because I feel like that people who find us or we show up in front of who are local, there's already a level of trust there that may not already be there, because like, oh, she's from my town, or we go to the same cycle bar or whatever. And so I think that's really smart. I found the same thing. Like I'm enrolling coaches and clients that are from Noblesville, Indiana, that I've never met before, but it's because we're in the same network locally. And so I think that's really good advice. Thanks, Kelsey. Yeah. Love it. Okay. Anybody else? You guys, you need to ask Kelsey some questions. Okay. She's here. All right. You can unmute yourself too, by the way. Like she would love to hear your voice and not just mine. Okay. I don't know. Does anybody have anything? Because I have something that I know that is like near and dear to the heart of my peoples. Okay. Anybody have anything?
Yeah, I have one, Erin.
Oh, good. Go, Destiny.
Hi, Kelsey. Thank you. So I just started actively coaching last month. So I'm just wondering, like, if you were starting today, like, is there one thing that you wish you did differently, or a different mindset, or something you wish you did from the very start that maybe I could benefit from since I'm just getting started?
I would have definitely dreamed bigger, quicker. Mm-hmm. I think I had a cap on what I thought I could do in the beginning. I never thought I would replace my RN salary or my RN income. I would have dreamed bigger, quicker, and not for myself, but for serving and helping other people first and foremost. So that would be a big thing, is dream big. Know that diamond, a lot of times people put diamond on this huge pedestal. Diamond is like the start of your business. So just know that too. It should not take a long time to get there if you're doing the work. And then the other thing is I would be unapologetically me from day one. I tried so hard to look at other top coaches, see what they're doing, what this person was doing, and how she worded this and what I should say. Just be you. What inspires you? Take the challenges that you have and you're overcoming and make it into a fun challenge. Like I do, for me personally, I do a snooze you lose challenge in the morning, because I'm a morning person. I'm not going to say the other. I am a morning person now. So I do a snooze you lose challenge to force myself for that accountability to get out of bed. So I'm not trying to be anybody I'm not. I'm just working on what I struggle with on social media. So those would be my two biggest things, is to dream big, 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 and then just to be myself unapologetically.
What do you put on your Google Forms?
So I'll ask definitely their name, their email if they're working with a coach or if they are a coach already. I'll ask if they consider themselves a motivated person, like agree, strongly agree, disagree. Because I'm like, you need to be self-motivated or working on that. I'll ask why they think that they would be a good fit for my team, for our team. I'll ask
like
what question.
Like an application?
Yeah. Yep. And I have one for my boot camps. And in my boot camp one, I say, have you ever considered coaching? Is this something that you would like more information on? So I ask there too. Because I'm like, they may be interested in boot camp and thinking, yeah, I could do coaching too. So I do ask that in that form. So I have two. I have a boot camp one and then a coaching information one.
Mm-hmm. So Rochelle said, as a new coach, how do you change your thoughts from bothering people to having the confidence to reach out?
I think it starts with that, the decision to know that this is a gift. Mm-hmm. And always thinking about why you said yes. And if somebody else was in those shoes. So like for me, and this wasn't even before I started, but this has probably been like the most powerful for me, is going through postpartum depression and anxiety after my twins and just feeling like, it was such a hard time for me. And knowing the community helped me so much. So if I didn't ask, how would I know if this could help them? Like, you don't know until you ask. And so I think just taking that pressure off yourself and knowing that taking that, because you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So don't like overcomplicate it in that way. And just knowing that you have a gift that you could be giving somebody and leave it up to them. Like, leave that up to them, whether they say yes.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely. Put the ball in someone else's court. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So we'll ask one more question. Mimi put it in the chat. Can you talk about the role your husband plays in the business? How do you leverage each other externally and operationally? Mimi used some like really effective terminology there. I like that. Okay.
Okay. So it's changed. So when I started coaching, Dean was not on board with this. He wasn't rude or he just was like, that's your thing. I don't need to know anything about that. Like, you're good. So I just really, somebody asked me this the other day. She said, how do I get my spouse on board? And I know this isn't the question, but in case somebody else is struggling with this, let me see if I can find it. She said, a coach on her team, her husband's really unsupportive. So I'm going to read it to you, what I said. I said, I do need to make a video on this, but I said, there are 5 things that I can think of. The first thing is sex first. Then really open up to your husband about why you're doing this business and what your long-term vision is and the steps that it's going to take to get there. So just opening up with your spouse. 2, sex first. Then explain the power of trips. So this was to go on like a trip. That she had earned. So just talking about the importance of Summit, for example, masterminding, being around these people, learning, like you're not going to vacation, you're going to learn and to level up in your business. So just explaining that. And then 3 was being interested in your husband's, like the things that he's interested in. So Dean loves to go to the gun range. He loves to look at old cars. So like I made an attempt to like do the things that he's interested in, knowing that just like in coaching, if you're interested in people first, they're going to ask you what you're doing. So that's kind of the tact. I mean, at the time, that's what I did was I started being interested in him. So then he started asking me questions about fitness and working out from home and things like that. The 4th thing was then just working my booty off and doing the IPAs, income producing activities, so that I could show him it was worth it. Like I had to do the action behind it. And then 5, I recruited him, meaning I figured out what Dean enjoyed and I recruited him to do that. So I'm not the best writer, but so I would write a post and then I'd say, hey, Dean, can you just like read this? This is the intent. This is how I want people to feel. can you make sure that that's how it made you feel before I post this? So it's just like little things like that that I would have him do. So that's how it really worked in the beginning. And then over the course, he is really good at mentoring our team, like just talking to them and helping them level up. So he does a lot of calls with coaches that are wanting to move in the business and helping figuring out what I told you earlier is figure out the thing that makes you like sick and nauseous to do and do the thing. He's really good at making them do the thing and holding them accountable to that. So that's Dean's jam right now. I mean, he loves that. And so it changes from time to time about what we do. I mean, I'm definitely the one that's inviting and bringing people in. We do a lot of our mentoring calls together though. So hopefully that answered.
Yeah. I've always said, just show them the money too. Like work your booty off.
Yeah. Show them the money. Exactly.
Show them the money. Awesome. Okay. Kelsey, this was awesome. I appreciate your time so much. You shared so much of what's working for you. And that's what I love about this community as well. Like, I mean, Kelsey sharing this does not benefit her and her team in any way, shape, or form, but it benefits the mission of our company. And that's what is super cool about being a part of this company and working with Team Beachbody and representing Team Beachbody is that we literally are a team. And we're here to share best practices, to collaborate, and to make sure that we're all succeeding at this mission of helping people, live healthier, more fulfilling lives. And I love it so much because I think this call tonight exemplifies this. We don't have secrets to keep of like what's working for one person or whatever. And I think it's awesome. And I just feel so like this is just another example of like, had I not said yes to this opportunity, I would never have Kelsey and Dean and her family in our lives. Right. And I think that's just so cool, the power and the ripple that this business creates in our lives. We get to meet people who make an impact in us, for no reason at all, right? She's giving without expecting anything in return because that is so fulfilling for us. That's what we do as servant leaders. And I love it so much and so grateful and thankful for your time tonight, sister. I love you. I'm so proud of you, like so freaking proud of you. And this was exactly what everybody needed tonight. So thanks so much.
Oh my gosh.
You guys, yeah, oh my gosh, for sure. Okay, but like we can't leave without like some kind of boomerang or something, right? I mean, like we got to do something tonight, okay? Don't you agree with that? I mean, that's so true. Now, y'all, if your video is muted, we need to see your face because right now, like I see mostly muted videos right now. Okay, can you please like show your face right now? Like, let's do it. Doesn't matter what you're doing. We don't care if you're laying in bed with a baby. Like people need to see that you're living your life right now, okay, on a team call. Like that's realistic, right? Like people need to see that that is so realistic for you. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Kelsey, I'll tag you, and then you guys, I'll upload the boomerang to the team page so you can use it if you want to as well, okay? All right, I'll let you know. Okay, you can do whatever you want. You can blow Kelsey a kiss. You can give her high fives, whatever, okay? All right, you guys, 1, 2, 3. I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much, you guys, for being on. Thank you, Kelsey. That was fantastic. And I will upload the recording tomorrow and to the team page, okay? Have a great night, you guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.